Okay, we are going to be starting anytime from now. We're going to be starting anytime from now. We are 16 people already. Let's just wait till we are about 20. Okay, 17. Let's just wait a bit. Almost there. Once we are 20, we are going to start. About 50 people in the group. Let's wait till we are 20. Okay, we're almost there. Alright, let's get it started. Okay, my name is Ifeoluwa Faleye. I have quite a number of people here that are personally familiar with my person, and I'm glad to have you all here. So today I'm going to be taking us through the basics of crypto trading, and this class is proudly sponsored by Binance. Oops. I can't have this. Alright, I'm back online. This class is proudly sponsored by Binance. Please just say I if you are with me. Alright. I'll try as much as possible to make my screen as visible as I can. Okay. I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with what cryptocurrency is, and somehow we're here because of one sort of curiosity or the other. And for those of us that don't have any idea about cryptocurrency, you're going to be grounded by the end of this class. So by now I expect that we all have, by now, welcome Umolalekum. By now I expect that we've all signed up for a free account with Binance. Yep. So let me reload this tab. Binance.com. Alright. So when you log into your Binance account, give me a minute. I'm trying to log into my account. Sorry. What's going on? I'm trying to. There's two-factor authentication on my account and trying to get in. But while we're at it, let's have other people join us. Okay, some other people are trying to join. I'm just trying to stall a bit. Several people are having issues getting Google Meet app on their phones or their system. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry guys, this was what happened. Because of the nature of this class, I get a lot of calls, so I decided to switch off my main SIM so that I won't be disturbed. So trying to log in, I forgot that. Oh, that was a lot of shit. I'm sorry. Alright, some people are still supposed to join. We have about 50 people in the group that are supposed to join. Alright, we've started. Let me just do it once and for all. Alright. 758-461. 758-461. Alright, we have a good number of people in the class already. Welcome everybody. So, like I was trying to say, by now I expect that everyone has a free Binance account, because I sent the link to our group chat yesterday. So the reason why I did that was because I want all of us to be on the same page. So I'm going to be taking us through the basics of crypto trading. My name is Ifeoluwa Faleye once again. I am a writer and I'm a data analyst. I live in Ibadan. I'm a crypto enthusiast. My inquisitiveness made me venture into crypto to know what it was like, and ever since I started doing or trading crypto, it has been awesome. It has been amazing. So it was one of the reasons I am here teaching you crypto today. So this training is brought to you by Binance. Binance is a marketplace, is a world leading blockchain and cryptocurrency infrastructure provider. So millions of people go to Binance to trade. There are endless possibilities of stuff you can do on Binance. So by now you should have a free Binance account. So once you log into your Binance account, I hope you can see my screen. Just unmute yourself and let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Sure.
I can see your screen now.
All right. Thank you very much. So once you log into your Binance account, this is what your dashboard looks like. So, first of all, we already know what Binance is. Then let's just dive into the subject matter. what exactly is trading? In a layman's language, right? Once there is buying and selling, regardless of what is being bought and what is being sold, a trading is occurring rather. So when you go to the market to buy stuff, to buy groceries, that is a trade. As long as there is an exchange, you are paying for a goods or you are paying for a service, that is a trade. So this principle extends to financial markets. Now, but then in financial markets, what you trade is not conventional stuff. You trade assets like stocks, you trade bonds, you trade forex pairs, options. But in this particular class, we are going to be talking about cryptocurrency trading. All right, I know you might not have for some of us that we have the basic understanding of what cryptocurrency is, we will get grounded in it. For some of us that don't have it would have an in-depth understanding. Someone is trying to join the class. Okay. All right, so now that you've known what trading is at the very basic level, so if I'm buying your phone and you are paying me, we are trading. A trade has occurred. All right, if I'm offering you a service, I'm teaching you, and I'm getting paid, a trade has occurred. So given that we've said that, now let's try to understand Binance. Now I just showed you what your dashboard will look like. For those of us that are just joining, just if there's another gadget you can use to log into your Binance account, just do that right away. But if you can't log into your Binance account, I'm going to be demonstrating everything right here, right now. So this is what your dashboard looks like when you are logged in. So the first thing you want to see is your market chart. So let's check so you go to trade, then you can choose any of these three options, either basic, classic, or advanced. For the purpose of this class, I'll be using the advanced trading tool so that we'll be able to see every last details. All right, it's still loading, please. So I want to show you exactly what this stuff look like in the real trading app or web application. There's a mobile app for Binance. So this is what you were seeing on the slide. Now the first thing I want to demystify. A lot of you would probably get confused seeing this old jargon. So let me demystify what this old jargon is. I'll just take it one step at a time. So this is what you are seeing here is your market chart. What you are seeing here is your market chart with candlesticks. Now this market chart is showing what the price of a particular market pair or a particular cryptocurrency has been doing over a period of time. I'm sure some of you must have probably been told that there was a time Bitcoin was 1 cent or 10 cents, and at some point the price started growing. Now this is where you get to see the price movement in real time. Now this is, for instance, you can switch views. This is the daily view. Now if you are working with the daily view, right, each candlestick, we call this rectangular stuff, this green and red stuff, we call them candlesticks. Now if you are using the daily view, you see it here. If you are using the daily view, it means that each candlestick represents a day. So a data for a whole day is stored in one candlestick. So the price movement for a whole day is represented by a candlestick. So this particular day, let's say this particular day, this is 2029 2 on the 2nd of September 2020. This was what happened to Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, at that particular day, the price of Bitcoin went down. So I'm still going to let you know that. So this is the market chart. This shows the history of price movement over a period of time. So you can switch views. This is a weekly chart. In this chart, each candlestick represents a week. Each candlestick has data for a week. You can switch to the monthly view, and you are still going to understand all of these things properly. Someone's trying to join. Oh my god. So we are going to get into the root of this. So now that you know that this is the market chart, this is where all your analysis is done. This is where you see the real-time value of a particular cryptocurrency pair per time, depending on how you choose to view it. So now let's go to the next part of the slide. We have our order box. So let me talk about this order box. Now this is our order box, and this is the place where you place your trade. This is the place where you execute your trade. This is the place where you choose to either buy or sell any asset. So now at the moment we are working with BTC, Bitcoin USD market. So this is how it works. Now you understand what order box is. This is our order box. Now you will get to what we do with this order box, but I need you to know that this is where we execute our trades. All right. And the last thing I need to demystify is the order book. This part of the screen. Now this is where buyers and sellers trades are recorded. So for this part of the order book that is in red, this is the data of those that are trying to sell Bitcoin, and this part that are in green is the data of people that are trying to buy Bitcoin. So now when there is a match between a buyer and a seller, a trade occurs. So when let's say someone is willing to sell Bitcoin at, now the current value of Bitcoin is $12,836. You see that the price is really moving rapidly fast, is because of the law of demand and supply. So this supply here and this demand here is solely responsible for the price movement of this particular market chart. So now that we know that this is the order book, this is the order box where we can choose to place our orders. This is the market chart. Then let's know what a market pair is. And let me bring this close to us. Let me bring this close to our doorstep. Now we literally have market for different stuff, right? We have I don't know how it works in your own place, but in my place we have market for, say, yam, and we have market for clothes. You understand? So if you are going to a market where clothes are being sold, right, you don't expect to buy yam there, right? So if you are going to a clothes market, it means that you are going to either buy clothes, like you are going there as a buyer, or you are going there to sell clothes. That means you are probably going there as a seller too. So if you are going there to buy clothes, it means that you are willing to pay a certain amount of money that is a legal tender that you've both agreed. So for instance, in this contest, it is Naira is our our currency. So that is, you can't bring Ghana cedis to a market, clothes market here, and someone will collect it from you. So it's not particularly a legal tender here. Nobody will accept it from you. So if you are going to buy clothes, it means that you are willing to pay in naira. And if you are going to sell clothes in the market, it means that you are willing to get paid in naira. Now, if that is the case, now a cloth market where you get paid in naira or you pay in naira is called a market pair. So in that market, you can say they are selling clothes in this market, right? Then there's another market pair, maybe another market where they sell yam or whatever it is, the case may be. So I just use that to explain what a market pair is. So a market pair is a particular market where two specific assets are being traded. You are either buying or selling any of those two assets. So this is the place you are going to be selecting our market pairs. So at this particular point in time, we are working with the BTC USD market pair. So if you're in this market, it means that if you have Bitcoin and you want to sell it, your buyer is going to be paying you with USD. USDT is pegged at, is a stable coin, is pegged at $1 per USDT. So it makes sense to call it US dollars. So it means that if you are buying Bitcoin or if you are selling Bitcoin, you are accepting to get paid in USDT. And if you are buying Bitcoin, it means that you have USDT to pay. Vice versa too. If you have USDT and say you want to sell it in this same market, it means that you will be paid in Bitcoin. And if you want to buy USDT, it means that you have Bitcoin somewhere that you are willing to pay for the USDT. Does that make sense to you? Are we together? If you can see my
Yes, we are together.
All right. Did you get what?
It seems the network is dropping.
Okay.
I'm with you.
All right. So if you are in a Bitcoin USDT market, right? It means that you are either buying BTC or selling BTC. If you are buying BTC, you are willing to get paid in USDT. And if you are buying BTC, you are willing to pay in USDT. Does that make sense? So you can choose any other market pair. Now this is the slide. Now I've demystified what the market chart is, the market pairs, the order box, and the chart. So as a matter of fact, I've tried to explain the next slide a bit. So now, when we talk about a specific market, we mean the place where buyers and sellers come to trade a certain asset. I've explained that. So, and when we talk about a market pair, we are talking about if we buy something, we are paying with something, and if we sell something, we are getting something as payment. So let's take, someone is saying something. Are we together?
Yes, we are.
All right. So now let's take Bitcoin ZAR. Bitcoin South African Rand. ZAR is for South African Rand. Let's take Bitcoin ZAR for an example. So if you are in this market, let's look for South African Rand. Is a fiat currency. It's just like our Naira. So we're going to be seeing ZAR here. Then we can see BTC ZAR pair. This is BTC ZAR pair. Now, once we click on BTC ZAR pair, we are going to see a new market chart. Now, this is the market chart for Bitcoin South African Rand. So in this market, if you are selling Bitcoin, you are going to be paid in South African Rand. And if you are buying Bitcoin, you are willing to pay with South African Rand. Alright, and this shows the price movement over a period of time. Alright, so for the purpose of this class, I've actually made, we can work with, now let's work with our indigenous currency. So let's work with Naira pair. Naira is a fiat currency. This is NGN. Now we can see BTC NGN. Now this is what BTC NGN looks like. Please, are we all together? Are we all together? I need to explain something to you guys. For some of you that are my friends, you realize that sometimes I make posts on my status asking people to sell their Bitcoin to me. Alright? Now a lot of them don't know what I get to do with the Bitcoin or how I handle the Bitcoin, as long as they get paid. Alright? So when I get Bitcoin like that, all I do is I send it to my Binance account and I trade with it. I can either exchange it for Naira or exchange it for another cryptocurrency depending on what my need is as at that time. Does that make sense? So for the purpose of this class, I already have made a deposit on my account. Please, someone is, I need you to mute yourself so that we won't get interrupted. Alright, now the first thing you need to know, the first thing you probably need to learn is how to make deposits on your Binance account. So let me just walk over that so that I will execute my first trade here and you see how it works. So you go to your wallet. Now Bitcoin
Can I message this guy?
Binance is a multi-wallet application. What I mean by multi-wallet is that you can store multiple assets on Binance. So as long as you're having a Binance account, you have access to hundreds of wallets. So regardless of any cryptocurrency you want to either buy or sell, Binance will provide you your own personal wallet for such cryptocurrency. You also have your own fiat wallet. That's either your Naira wallet or your USD wallet or your Euro wallet. Just name it, depending on the country you are in. So now let's go to our wallet and see what our wallet looks like. We are coming back to this chart. We are going to be trading BTC NGN. So the first thing you probably need to know how to do is to make deposit. This is my own wallet. All right, this is my Naira wallet. If you can see this, just say I. Just tell me. Just let me know if you can see this.
All right.
I can see it.
Right. Now to make deposit in your Naira wallet, all you need to do is, if you don't have any money just yet, this wallet might not show. So you can just come here and search, let's say NGN. So you will see Naira here. So you go to deposit, click on deposit. So when you do that, you can either choose to do bank transfer or card. Due to several limitations and restrictions with Nigerian cards and all of that, it is recommended that you use bank transfer. So if you are here, all you just need to do is to input the amount of money you want to deposit in your Binance account, Naira wallet. So let's assume you want to put 10,000 Naira. I already made this deposit some minutes before the class. It's going to get executed almost immediately. in less than 30 minutes you're going to get the money in your Binance wallet. So once you put this amount here, you're going to click on continue. So when you do this, you get an account number, an account name, where you are going to make that deposit. Once you make the deposit, you click to acknowledge that you've transferred the money. You just go to your bank app and transfer the money. So once you've made the transfer, you just wait for like 4 or 5 minutes and the money will be reflecting in your Binance account, just like it is in my own Binance account right now. So now I have 10,000 naira in this my wallet, in this my Binance account, and I want to trade with it. Now we are already getting into the cool stuff. We are already getting into the cool stuff. Damn it, someone, I'm having issues with. Okay. Alex, can you please mute yourself? Yes, if you can join this class if you are not registered. Alex, please mute your mic, please. Okay, I'll just mute you from here. So, alright. Okay. So if you want someone to join, just send the person the Google Meet link. They're going to be joining real time and real fast. So now we are really getting into the cool stuff. So I've already made a deposit in my Naira account. Are we together? So now I want to trade my Naira. I want to trade it. I want to use it to buy Bitcoin. A lot of you don't even know how to buy Bitcoin, how to buy cryptocurrency. People just think that you are going to look for someone out there to sell cryptocurrency to you. So all I need to do is look for a Naira BTC market. So I don't just jump into the Binance market space and just want to trade. So I need to look for NGN BTC market, and this is BTC NGN market here. So at the moment BTC is currently trading for 5.8 million naira plus. All right, so one BTC is equivalent to 5.8 million naira plus or so. So let's assume I have naira. As you can see, this is my money here. I've made this deposit. You can see my money here, right? Let me know if you can see it. All right. So this is my money here. So let's assume I have naira. I want to buy Bitcoin. All right. So all I need to do is come to this buy button. So I want to buy Bitcoin. Now this is the current naira equivalent of one Bitcoin. But apparently I don't have 5.8 million naira in my account to buy Bitcoin. But I can buy Bitcoin of as little as 1,000 naira or 5,000 naira. So let's assume I want to buy. This is the price. Let's assume I want to buy. Let's say I want to buy 10,000 naira. No, this is the price. Let's assume I want to buy let's buy from at market price. So let's assume I want to buy Bitcoin. Let's say, okay, this is BTC NGN market. Yep. I want to sell. Please, we are together. I want to buy Bitcoin with my money. So let's say I want to buy 0.002 BTC. Okay, the maximum amount I can buy here is. So I can choose to use 25% of my money to buy BTC, or 50% of my money to buy BTC, or 75%, and I can manually type the amount of BTC I want here, as long as it tallies with my present reality. That's 10,000 naira in my account. So I'm buying Bitcoin with my whole 10,000 naira. So if I'm buying Bitcoin with 10,000 naira, this current Bitcoin price, I'm going to be buying 0.001706 Bitcoin. I'm buying it at the current market rate. So if I click buy, you will realize that my money in naira has reduced. All right, my money has reduced in naira. Now I have BTC. Now look at my BTC here. This is 0.00170499 BTC. All right, so let's assume I want to still trade this BTC. I want to trade it for USDT. So I can come here. Now this market pair provides an intelligence. You can manually type the market you want. So let's assume I'm looking for BTC. All I need to do is BTC. I will see the BTC pairs. Yeah, BTC.
Sorry, I can't see the mirror and the screen you are sharing right now. Please, can you help me out?
Okay, let me try and zoom it.
Yeah, I can only see the video.
Your
video.
Can you see the screen now? You need to switch your own screen too. Click on that your small screen, that part of my screen that is small on your phone.
Oh.
Just click on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So please mute yourself. So I want to now. I've bought Bitcoin with my money. I have Bitcoin now. My naira has been changed to Bitcoin. So let's assume I want to use my Bitcoin, the Bitcoin I have now, to say maybe buy someone who's trying to join. Okay, so let's assume I want to use my Bitcoin. I already have Bitcoin now. Initially I had naira, so I've traded my naira for Bitcoin at a particular price. So let's assume that I bought Bitcoin now at this particular price. So let's assume that in a couple of minutes or in a couple of hours, the price of Bitcoin increases. If I sell my Bitcoin, I'm going to be having more naira, right? So let's assume I want to sell my Bitcoin and I want something else in return, as per say USDT. So let me just look for Bitcoin USDT BTC slash USDT. Coming. All right, we can find. Boom. BTC coming. USDT. I'm looking for BTC USDT pair. Sorry. USDT. Holy shit. USDT. Now I have BTC. I want to trade it for something else. Okay, now this is USDT. Then let's see BTC pair of it. So BTC USDT is the most traded pair in the world. So now I have Bitcoin. Sorry, a lot of people are still trying to join. Alright, now I have Bitcoin already. I've already bought Bitcoin with my naira. So I've gotten Bitcoin. So I want to sell my Bitcoin. So I'm going to head straight to Bitcoin USDT market. You understand? So this is Bitcoin USDT market. Now, as you can see, I don't have USDT here. My USDT is 0. But if I click on sell, you will see my Bitcoin is already here. So I want to sell this Bitcoin, and I want to sell it right away. So if I'm selling it right away, I'm selling it at the current market value. So I want to sell all my Bitcoin. Yeah, this is all the Bitcoin that I have. I want to sell it. So if I click on sell, you will see that I have 0 Bitcoin left. And if you come to this point, you see I have USDT already. So I have $21 in USDT. All right. So I can choose to convert this USDT back to Naira. So all I need to do is go to the market where they trade USDT / Naira. Does that make sense?
Yes, this is interesting.
All right, so
let's go ahead.
Now we have, I've already traded my Naira for Bitcoin. Now I've traded my Bitcoin for USDT. So now let's just dive in right straight into what other types are. Now I'm going to be teaching you what the different types of orders you can execute. Now this is where you choose to trade for profit. All right. Now I know this is the juicy part that a lot of you are waiting for. Now the ideology is that everybody wants to buy and make profit. Everybody wants to make profit in any business venture you are doing. So as a trader, there's an ideology, a valid one at that. You buy low and sell high. That is what trading is all about. So you buy an asset at a low price and you sell it when the price or the value has increased. Now a lot of you, the common asset that a lot of you know about is buying land, and you are sure that you are when you buy a land at a particular price, the price appreciates and all of that, and you get to sell it at a higher price rather. So the same thing, we have different types of orders that you can execute on Binance. So let's dive into the different order types. Now we have 3 types of orders that you can do. Now this is where you need to pay attention. Now there is the limit order. That's the first one. Now the limit order says that I want to buy a particular asset at this particular price. I'm not buying it if it's more expensive than this price, or I want to sell a particular asset at this price. Now let me explain it to you. So let's assume that the current price of Bitcoin is 5 million naira plus, right? But I want to buy Bitcoin, but I want to wait for Bitcoin to drop. I want the price to come down a bit so that I can buy low. I can buy at a low price. So I'm not going to use market order. I'm going to use limit order. So I will set a limit order. I will come here. This is limit. Here, this is where you place your limit order. All right. Now we are in the BTC USDT market. Already I have USDT. So let's assume I want to buy Bitcoin with USDT. But the USDT equivalence of Bitcoin is currently being traded at $12,814 US. All right. So let's assume I want to wait for Bitcoin to come down to $12,800, right? I will reduce this price here. So I'm trying to say that I want to buy Bitcoin at this price. The current market price, wow, the price has even gone down a bit. This is $12,778. So let's assume I want to buy at $12,600. Okay. So I want to buy Bitcoin when the price has dropped to $12,600. All right. And I want to use all my USDT to buy Bitcoin. So when the price of Bitcoin drops to $12,600, I'll be able to buy this amount of Bitcoin. So this is limit order. The order is not executed immediately. So if I click buy, the order has been created, and the order goes to, let me show you my order history. I've created the order. Coming. All right. Now you can see my open order here. Now I have opened an order. Now my order will be here, that I want to buy Bitcoin when the price is $12,600. All right. I have $21 that I want to use to buy the Bitcoin. So this order will be there. It will be waiting. Immediately the price of Bitcoin drops and it gets to either 12,600 or even lower, my order is executed, my trade is placed, and I will have the BTC equivalent of my US dollars. All right, I will have the BTC equivalent of my US dollars at that price. So I will have the BTC equivalent of my US dollars at that price. Now this order is still pending. This order is not executed yet because the price of Bitcoin has not gone down, right? So I can choose to cancel the order, all right? But the order is there. So the same thing, let's assume you want to sell a particular asset. Let's assume I have Bitcoin and I feel that the price of Bitcoin is going to increase. So I can place an order waiting for, let's say I can place an order and say I want to sell my Bitcoin when the general price of Bitcoin has increased to $13,000. Now, let's assume I bought Bitcoin when it was $11,000 and I waited till Bitcoin increased in price to $13,000, and I have already placed that limit order that, okay, when Bitcoin increases and it gets to $13,000, I want to sell it. My order is going to come here into my open orders. You can see my, let's check my order history. Now the trade I just placed, now this is the trade I just placed. You remember I sold BTC, this is it, for USDT. So this order was executed at market value. Now this order is open because Bitcoin price has not fallen to 12,600. So let's assume it falls to that particular price. I'm going to be selling. So when the price falls, I can place another order that, okay, I want to sell this same BTC when the price increases and the price goes to another particular level. So that is what limit order, that is what limit order is. Now let me bring this close to your doorstep. A lot of us have phones. Now iPhone 12 is out, right? Now a lot of us might not be able to afford it at this point in time, but we believe that at some point along the line, the price of iPhone is going to drop. So some of us are going to wait till iPhone 12 is maybe $700. Currently, I think it's sold at maybe $1,000 or so. Some of us will be waiting till the price is, say, $700 before we buy. That is a kind of limit order. Now the second type of order I'm going to be talking about is the market order. So let me just cancel this particular order now. Let me just cancel it. My USDT is back. Now the market order was the one I executed the other time. Now when you want to sell or buy an asset at the market order, you are not bothered about the price movement. You just want to buy at the current price. Depending on what your need is at that time. You are willing to buy at the current market price. So let's assume I'm willing to buy Bitcoin at this particular current market price. I'm going to go to market order and put the amount of Bitcoin I want to buy. I can choose to buy this amount of Bitcoin. Now once I do it, I will be getting, because I have USDT, $21 equivalent of USDT here, so I'll be getting 0.001696 BTC in return. So then that takes us to the last kind of order. Now this third order is the stop loss order. Now this order is saying that I want to sell when the price has gotten high, right? But if the price did not go high and the price begins to fall, please, okay, this is it. The current price of Bitcoin is $12,786, right? The price is really changing rapidly fast. So let's assume I want to use the stop loss order. Let's say I want to sell Bitcoin. So by placing a stop loss order or stop limit order, I'm saying, okay, I have Bitcoin. I want to sell Bitcoin when the price has gotten to $13,000. So I can put it here. I want to sell it when it is $13,000. But if the price begins to fall, and maybe say the current price is $12,971, let's now say the current price falls to maybe $12,500. This is the price, this is the amount, or this is the value I want to sell it. But let's assume the price begins to fall and it falls to $12,500. I want to still sell my Bitcoin at that particular price, so that I will limit my loss. I don't want to lose so much. If you are buying too, the ideology is you want to buy Bitcoin when it is low, or you want to buy any cryptocurrency when it is low. So the current value of Bitcoin is $12,799 US. It's really changing. So let's assume I want to buy it when the price is low and the price begins to increase, but I don't want to miss out in the opportunity to buy Bitcoin. I will set a stop loss order that says I want to buy Bitcoin for $12,500. But if the price begins to increase and the price does not drop, when the price gets to $12,800, please, I still want to buy it. So that is what limit order is. Now this is where profits and losses are being made. Now if you are an effective or a good trader, this is where you take extremely serious. This is where your trades are being executed and you get to know whether you are making profit or you are making loss. So now that we've discussed the three types of order, let's go to the type of analysis. Now this is, how do we know that a particular asset is viable, is good? How do we know that, okay, this is the right time to either buy this asset or sell this asset? So there are two ways, there are two types of analysis we do. There are two types of analysis we do. I'm back online, please. I'm back. There are two types of analysis that we do. Alright? So there is the two types of analysis are the technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Now technical analysis is done using price history. Now let me talk about fundamental analysis. For the scope of this class, we are not going to really be delving more into fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is used by mostly investors and people with a large sum of money that they want to use to trade. But basically what most traders use is technical analysis. Now when you are doing technical analysis, you basically are studying the patterns and trends that the price of a particular market pair has undergone over a period of time. So let's assume that for the past 3 months, Bitcoin has been selling for a particular price. Let's go to our market. Okay, this is the chart. This is BTC USDT chart. Now this is where technical analysis is done. As you can see, now if I study this chart, if I'm studying this chart to predict the next or the future price of Bitcoin or any asset I'm trying to either buy or sell, then what I am doing is technical analysis. So that is basically what technical analysis is. You can study the chart over a larger time frame, as large as one monthly time frame, or weekly time frame, or daily time frame, depending on the kind of trader that you are. You can do that. So since that has been said, now using technical analysis, there are different tools that you can use to make your technical analysis. Now the main tools here are the candlestick chart, the trend lines and support resistance. Then we have some common technical analysis indicators and how to use them. I'm going to be explaining them in this class. Now this slide is going to be available at the end of the class to everybody. Now, like I told you at the beginning of this class, this is a daily time frame. Now if you are on a daily time frame, by indication, each candlestick represents... Okay, someone is asking a question. If you are on a daily time frame, all right, each candlestick represents one day. So for instance, this is today. This particular small candlestick, as small as it is, represents the price action of Bitcoin for today. So this is showing what Bitcoin has been doing today alone. Yes. So now if you are using okay, all right, this is a candlestick. Now a candlestick is made up of 4 data: the open, high, low and close data. That's the OHLC value. I'm going to explain what that is to you. Now if you look at this particular candlestick, let's go back to day before yesterday. This is day before yesterday. Please, if you can see this, let me know. Say something.
I can see it.
All right. Now this is day before yesterday. All right. Now you can see that the candlestick has wick. That's the tiny line on top of it. You see that the candlestick has some wicks, both up and below, both above and below. So now the price that Bitcoin starts with that day. Now Bitcoin started at $11,912. That was 2 days ago. So let's assume that you had 1 Bitcoin 2 days ago. Let's assume that you have 1 Bitcoin 2 days ago. By now you would have made almost $2,000 in profit on your Bitcoin that you had 2 days ago. So Bitcoin opened at $11,912 day before yesterday, and it closed at 12,000 just day before yesterday. It closed at $12,786. But that same day before yesterday, Bitcoin went as high as $13,200. All right, and it also went as low as, there's this small candlestick here, as low as $11,285. So in a candlestick, you have 4 data that you can, that you can derive from, that you can make reference to: the price at which Bitcoin opened, the price at which it closed for that day. Now, how high did Bitcoin go? The fact that it went high does not mean it's going to close at that particular price. So as a matter of fact, that day before yesterday, there was actually a spike. Bitcoin went as high as $13,217 right? But then it closed, it went back to $12,759. It closed at $12,759 at that particular day. So those are the 4 data you can derive from each candlestick. So each of these candlesticks represent a day. Now this is a particular day. This is on the 3rd of September. We realized that Bitcoin particularly went down, went as low as, it opened at $11,276, and it closed at $10,164, but it went as low as $10,000 for that day. So those are what you can derive from a candlestick. Now this is how you now do your analysis. We are getting there really fast. We are getting to the juicy part of it. Now I've explained the kind of data you can derive from each candlestick and how you can study the chart. Now let's work with trend lines. Now trend lines are widely used by traders. It's a common tool that is used by traders to make predictions. It's a common technical analysis tool. Now, to use trend line, all you just need to do is to draw a line that touches at least 2 points with no interruption For instance, look at this particular figure here, this particular picture here. This is not a valid trend line because there was an interruption at this point. Now, if you can draw a line that is touching at least 2 points without any interruption, then that is a valid trend line. Now, this is what it means. Let me go to the chart. So this is where we can see our trend line. This is trend line. All right. So let's assume, let me go to a lower time frame. Let's go to 4 hour time frame. No, this is too small. Let's go back to daily time frame. So now let's, where's my trend line? This is a trend line. Now I want to draw a trend line. Now this is a particular point. All right. Now if I can draw a line from this point, it touches this point, right? And if I can draw this same line to touch another point, unless it can be more than 2 points, it can be as many as 3 points. So okay, we have 3 points here, as long as there is no interruption. Now let me stop the trend line here. I can as well extend it, but let me stop the trend line here. Now the implication is that now this is the beginning of my analysis. Now at this particular point in time, the price of Bitcoin went up, and at some point it started coming down. Now it got to this point, it couldn't break the trend line, it went back up. If we can have a valid trend line in that manner, it means that anytime the price comes back to this trend line that I've drawn, there's a high probability that the price is going to bounce up. So if it means that this point is a good time to buy Bitcoin. So let's assume the price of Bitcoin comes down and comes back to, if I can extend this trend line to this point, I can have a valid point here where I will wait for Bitcoin price to, because apparently there's a price movement, and the price movement is induced by the demand and supply. So chances are that Bitcoin will still come down, and at this particular point, if Bitcoin comes to this particular point in my trend line, I can decide to buy. I might not buy here at this point. This is probably not a good point to buy Bitcoin. I'll just wait for it to come and touch my trend line. So let's assume that this particular market at this edge of the chart is not there. So let's assume if I was at this point, if it was at this particular day, I can choose to, since the trend line is there, I can choose to buy at this point. Apparently I'll be making profit, and I can choose to buy at this point also. So that is what trend line is. You cannot have your trend line cross. Let me show you what an invalid trend line is. This is not a valid trend line. This is not a valid trend line. There can be an upward trend and there can be a downward trend. What I just did was to draw you an upward trend. I can as well give a downward trend. Let me look for a particular downward trend. All right. Let me look for a good one. All right, so let me pick this particular trend. So let's assume I'm drawing my trend line from this point, and it touches this point. This is a valid trend line. It means that at this particular point, Bitcoin touches this. It got to this price, and it failed to break even. Now, when you are using trend line, at any point in time, there is a break even from your trend line. There's most likely going to be a spike. I'm going to demystify all of these things I'm telling you. So now you know how to draw a valid trend line. We have two small characters. Just click on your screen. I'm trying to make it as big as possible. So now we know how to draw trend line. Now another tool that traders use to decide when to buy is what is called the support and resistance. Now support and resistance this is what it means. See, resistance is that level, is that top level where Bitcoin is struggling to, or your asset is struggling to, break even. So let's assume that for a period of time you've been waiting for, say, Bitcoin. I'm using Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the most traded cryptocurrency. Let's assume you've been waiting for Bitcoin to trade above $13,000. Okay, for a very long period of time. For a very long period of time, this is the daily time frame. You realize that from this point, let me look for a valid resistance. Okay, I think I've seen one. Yeah, good. You realize that from this point to, say, this point, Bitcoin was struggling to break even or break above $10,380 or $10,000 above. So each time from this point, each time Bitcoin gets to this, let me draw a trend line for it. Let's have it. Come in. Remove it. Let me remove it. So now you realize that from this point, say, to this particular point, Bitcoin was really struggling to go above $10,000. That particular point is serving as a resistance, just like the word implies. Bitcoin is struggling really hard to break that point. That part is called the resistance. Then we can also have the support. Support is like the level where the price has not gone really below, like for a very long period of time. You've had valid information that Bitcoin started at a particular cent, and it will be a very tragic thing for Bitcoin to go back to that old price. So, but then we cannot use that as support anyways. So let's look for a support. Support is that particular low price that yes, I think I have good support here. Okay, you realize that at this particular point, let me put a line there. You realize that from this point to this point, the price was trying to really come down, but each time it gets to this price, each time it gets to 6,400 or yes, it keeps going back up. So this particular part is like a support, like something that is the very basic explanation is that particular price where Bitcoin has failed, or any assets you are trading has failed to go lower. It could serve as your support. So you just need to draw a valid trend line, and this will help you to predict or to know whether, okay, this is a good time to buy this asset, or it is a good time to sell that particular asset. So be it as it may, now that let's talk about the common technical indicators that you can use. Now the first one is the relative strength index, that's the RSI. Now this particular indicator helps you to know whether a particular asset is overbought or oversold. Now it doesn't make sense when the price of Bitcoin is really high. It doesn't make sense for you to buy. But how do you know if the price of Bitcoin is overbought? How do you know if the price is really high? Now the indicator that we can use to know is the RSI. Now this is where you find the indicators are there for you. You don't have to write any code or anything to do it. Now if you open this indicator, indicator toggle, you will see your RSI there. The RSI is already in display. The RSI will be displaying somewhere. Yes, this is the RSI. Oh, I just switched it off, sorry. So this is the RSI. This is the RSI. Now, how do you now know if an asset is overbought or oversold? Now you know if it is overbought if the RSI is above 70%. You know it is overbought if the RSI is above 70%, and you know is oversold if the RSI is below 30%. Now look at this RSI here. Now the RSI at this particular point in time, the RSI that is correspondent with this current value of Bitcoin, if you can see it here, you can see it here. This is where you see it, but the RSI is changing, so you have to go to the candlestick for today. You realize that the RSI here is almost at is really overbought. Yes, it's overbought. So you can, at this point, this is really not a good time to buy Bitcoin, all right, because people are probably going to maybe sell. The price will probably still come down a bit. So let's assume you have you want to buy Bitcoin. You probably would need to maybe wait a while and watch the price movement over a period of time. You can even draw your trend line from here to know if this is a good time to buy. But judging by the RSI indicator, Bitcoin is really overbought, and chances are that the price might go down. So that is what the RSI indicator is used for. Then the next kind of indicator we are going to be looking at is the moving average, MA. Now this is just purely mathematical. Let me bring out the moving average. The moving average. Okay, the moving average is here already. All right. Now let me remove all that. Okay, the moving average. Now if you look at this green line, now this is the moving average of the price of Bitcoin over the last 99 days. It's just simple. Now the meaning of this moving average is for this particular green line, if you take the price of Bitcoin over the last 99 days and you add them up and you divide it by 99, you are going to get this movement, this particular average price. So the average price of Bitcoin for the last 99 days is represented by this curve that is almost tending towards the middle value. The more the data, the more the price tends to this is for those that are grounded in statistics. They will really understand it. Now if you look at this pink line, this pink line is the moving average of Bitcoin in the last 25 days. No, in the last, yes, in the last 25 days, yes, in the last 25 days, you realize that the movement is more spiky because it has less data. And this purple curve here is the movement of the price of Bitcoin in the last 7 days. So if you add the price of Bitcoin over the last 7 days and you divide it by 7, you will get the data in this curve. Now, how does that influence, or how does that make you decide whether or not to buy Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin? Now, judging by the price of Bitcoin in the last 99 days, you realize that the moving average for the last 99 days, this green line, is at this point. So now it shows that chances are that the price of Bitcoin will still come this low. You understand? So it really is not. It's not really a good idea to buy Bitcoin at this point. So you probably would need to wait for Bitcoin to come back to, say, $11,000. Then this is a good point, or this is a good time, or this is a good place to buy Bitcoin at this price. But at this price, it's really not a good price to buy. If you're buying at this price, you probably are going to be, losing money. But then if you wait for it to come to this point in time, it might take some days, it might take weeks, but then this point is a good point to buy Bitcoin. And if you have Bitcoin, this is really a good time to sell. Let's assume you bought Bitcoin at this price. You can choose to sell at this point, at this price. If you are doing that, you are really selling at profit. So the third technical indicator we are going to be talking about is the Bollinger Band. Now this indicator is made up of three lines, and that's the upper line, the line that is below it, and the middle line is something similar to the moving average. The middle line is the moving average of Bitcoin price, or the price of your asset, the asset that you're buying over a period of time. And let me show you what the Bollinger Band looks like. Come here to your indicator, come to your BOL. This is the Bollinger Band. You can see it. Now you realize that this upper bound is showing how the price has not gone above this price for a period of time, and this lower bound is showing how the price has not gone lower than this for a period of time. And you realize that from this particular indicator, chances are that Bitcoin price is still going to come back and it's still going to fall a bit. And this is the average. The lines in the middle, the line in the middle is the average. Let me remove this moving average so that we can see it clearly. Now this line in the middle is the moving average, or the average price of Bitcoin over time. So chances are that the price of Bitcoin will still come a bit low. So let's assume that, judging by this analysis I have made, you realize that if you have Bitcoin, it's really a good time to sell Bitcoin now. And if you want to buy Bitcoin, you probably need to just wait a bit for the price to come to what you want to buy. And you don't have to particularly wait, so to speak. You can set a limit order. Remember, I spoke about what limit order is. I can place a limit order that I want to buy Bitcoin when the price has come to, say, $11,000. So I can come here and put $11,000. I want to buy Bitcoin. I want to use my 21 USDT to buy Bitcoin. So if I place the order will be pending. So immediately the price of Bitcoin drops to $11,000. My order is executed. I will have the BTC equivalence of my $21 USDT. So, well, that is that about Bollinger Band and in technical indicators. So now there are different type of, you can choose to be either a daily trader or a trader that scalps. So there are different types of trading techniques. The first one is the scalping. Now, scalping method of trade involves entering the market and leaving really fast. It involves a little amount of profit. So people that scalp they are not particularly interested in a huge amount of profit. They just want to take a little amount of profit here and there and go. But scalping is really, really risky, and for the purpose of this class, it is best that you master the art before you, if you are going to become a trader that scalps, it's better you master the art first. For it, scalping is profitable, but then if you don't understand it, it is really, really risky. So scalping involves attempts to, just enter the market, make small profit, and leave the market. Scalpers are not particularly interested in staying long in the market. I want to enter the market now and leave the market now, and I want to leave with profit. I don't mind if the profit is small. All right, so you can use technical analysis to scalp, but you do scalping over a lower time frame. So scalping is done over a time frame, say like a minute. You realize that if you go to the minute time frame, now in the minute time frame, each candlestick represents 1 minute. So you realize that the minute time frame is really moving fast. It's moving faster than the daily time frame. So at this point, this is where scalpers are really, more interested in. So now the second kind of trading is the day trading. This is what you mostly see in Wall Street and in the news and many media houses, where you see traders in stock markets. You see people go to work where you get to see that a price market opens at a particular time of the day and it closes at a particular time of the day exactly. But crypto market opens 24 hours a day, but you can still be a day trader in the crypto market. It's simple. It just means that you want to start to trade at a particular time. Let's say I decide to come to my seat in the morning at 8 a.m. I do all my technical analysis, I place my trade, and I watch my trade till say 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. and once it is 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. I take my profit. If my technical analysis is good and my trades are wonderful, I take my profit and leave the market and close for the day. So that is what day trading is all about. The day trading strategy involves entering and exiting position within the same day. So if I choose to open a position today and I wait till the close of the day, maybe I have a closing hour, maybe I'm in my office and I choose to trade a particular currency pair, and I wait till the closing of the day and I leave the market at the closing of the day. That's what day trading. Now, day trading is the most common kind of trading. It is what you see most traders do. In day trading, you use a lot of technical analysis. So I can choose to, and you do it over a daily time frame. You can do it over a lower time frame, and you can do it over an higher time frame. So I can choose to, let's assume, now look at 3 days ago, let's assume I entered Bitcoin market at this price and I wait till the close of the day and I leave the market at this price. I have made a huge amount of profit. Now I'm going to be talking about one last spec of this class, how you literally, I've done that initially, but I'm sure that some of you don't understand. And I like I said, some of you have watched me ask people to sell their Bitcoin to me. You probably don't know how I change it to money. I buy the Bitcoin from them at a very low price, not particularly low price anyways, but then you can have people sell their Bitcoin, their asset to you at a low price, and you get it deposited into your Binance account and you trade it for Naira and you withdraw the Naira. It is very, very easy. Now, if you withdraw on Binance, is as easy as withdrawal from ATM machine. I can place withdrawal now, and the money will enter my account under 5 minutes. Yes, the money will enter my account under 5 minutes. So that is how it works. I'm going to really expatiate on that and tell you how to exchange your Bitcoin for Naira. I've done that at the beginning of this class. I've actually literally exchanged my naira for Bitcoin, and I've exchanged my Bitcoin for USD, US dollars. So it is very simple. So now the last kind of trading is the swing trading. Now this swing trading is mostly done by investors. Is what a lot of you are familiar with. A lot of you, as a matter of fact, are swing traders, but you don't know. Many people sold the idea of Bitcoin to you, and they told you that when you buy Bitcoin and you wait for 6 months, or you wait for 3 months, the price of Bitcoin is going to be high. You're not particularly interested in the price movement over a period of days and all of that. You are just buying when the price is low, and you are waiting for the price to increase, or you're waiting to sell it after 3 months. A lot of people bought Bitcoin during that Corona period. Let's go over to the weekly chart. Corona was around this period. Okay, yes, this was around that Corona period. Yes, Bitcoin went as low as $3,000. So imagine I bought one Bitcoin during that Corona period, April-May period, March, April, May, and I just bought it. I kept it. I'm not particularly interested in this chart. I bought Bitcoin at this point, and I have waited for 3 or 4 months. I bought it at $3,000, for approximately $4,000. What am I saying? Well, approximately $4,000. Bitcoin was $4,000 plus some 3 months ago or 4 months ago. Yeah, 4 or 5 months ago. And today Bitcoin is Bitcoin broke up to $13,000. Imagine almost $10,000 in profit over the course of 3 months or 4 months. So that is what swing trading is all about. You are not particularly interested in technical analysis, so to speak. You are just buying at a low price, and you are waiting for the price to increase. Now, Bitcoin is not the only asset you can buy. You can buy several assets. There are compendium of them on Binance that have ridiculously low amount of low price. If there are several factors that can influence the price movement of an asset, like the founders of the assets, their viability, a whole lot. So if they have strong API and the company is a strong company, even if the price of the asset is extremely low, it's best to buy and just wait. There are several assets like that. BNB, Binance Native Token, this was a cryptocurrency that was developed by Binance. BNB was as cheap as BNB, let's say BNB USDT. BNB. Yeah, BNB, Binance Native Token, was as low as $7 some weeks back, $6, and today, as of today, BNB is selling at $30. So imagine you bought 100 BNB at $600 that time. You're going to be selling it at $3,000 as of today. So that is what trading is all about, and that is swing trading for you. If you are buying and you are keeping and you are waiting for a long period of time to sell. Now we've done all that has to be done, and this is the time I would most likely welcome your questions. If you have any questions, please ask. Are we all together? Oh. You're thanking me. All right, now the recorded version of this video is going to be available is going to be available. I'm going to make it available to you so you can go over it again and again. And I'm going to be sending the slides to each and every one of you. Now, there is a perk to it. Now, once you make, I told you on the group that there's a $5 sign up bonus, right? Now, this is how you get your bonus. When you make your first deposit, just like I've showed you, you can make deposit by going to your wallet. I've showed you that. There's literally no minimum amount of money you can deposit, but I really recommend that you make a deposit of at least $10. You cannot trade below $10. Now, when you go to your NGN, because we are in Nigeria, you can deposit in Naira. Just go to your NGN, make a deposit. Once you make a deposit and you execute your first trade, now this class is going to continue. I'm still going to answer many of your many questions on the WhatsApp group on how to execute your first trade. And once you make your first deposit and you trade, now trading is not as difficult as you think. Trading is as simple as changing your Naira to Bitcoin and changing maybe your Naira to USDT. It was what I did at the beginning of the class. All right. Once you make your first deposit and you trade, you are going to get a $5 kickback bonus, withdrawable and tradable. But mind you, your account has to be verified. You have to do your KYC. Now, to do your KYC, you need a valid ID. You are going to go to your profile here. Go to your profile. You realize that at this point you see verified. I am verified. So you need to verify your account. You need to submit a valid ID. You go to your account. Because I'm verified, I probably don't need to do that again. You just have to, I've done my identity verification. So you need to do your identity verification. It is at this point you are going to verify your identity with your valid ID. Once you verify your identity, you make your first deposit and you execute your first trade. You're going to be rewarded with a $5 kickback bonus, withdrawable and tradable. It is as simple as that. Okay. Yes, okay, all right. The 10,000 naira I deposited in my account, right? Orelua is asking if I can withdraw it to my account. Of course, I can withdraw it. Okay, this is it. Now let me show you. Remember that I've traded my 10,000 naira for Bitcoin, and I've changed it from Bitcoin to USDT. So all I just need to do is, because I don't have that 10,000 naira again, I already have USDT. All I need to do is change that USDT to Naira. So all I need to do is I'll go to my market pair. I've showed you. I'll go to my market pair here. I'll go to Fiat. I want to go to NGN. I want to get Naira back, right? This is Naira, and I want to NGN USDT. Okay, this is NGN USDT. So now this is NGN USDT market. You realize I have 11 Naira here, but I have USDT. So I want to sell my USDT. Now, if I'm selling my USDT, I'm going to be paid in Naira. So the current Naira equivalence of USD is 457 Naira. So 1 USD is 457 Naira. For some of you that don't know. So I want to sell all my USDT for Naira. Now, if I'm selling all my USDT for Naira, I'll be getting 9,914 Naira. So for the sake of withdrawal or so I can just trade it here and change it to Naira, but really I still want to leave my USDT here. I want to use it to trade. I want to use it for something else. So if I just sell it, this is what I'm going to be getting in Naira. Then I can just go to my wallet. I'll go to my wallet. Once you go to your wallet, just give me a bit. I'm trying to load it. Still loading. We are almost there. All right. Oh, what's wrong with the network? So Binance gives you. Please. I'm still here. Please don't go. All right. Okay, we're back online. All right, please, we are back online. Yeah, so if I choose to withdraw my money, all I just need to do is come here to my wallet, my Nigerian wallet, and click on withdraw. If you click on withdraw, right? If you click on withdraw, I've already set up my local account. Okay, this is my withdrawal history. A couple of days ago, I withdrew 44,000, 37,000, 16,000, 16,000, 42,000, 46,419, 419,000 and all of that. So I just need to select bank transfer, select the amount I want to withdraw, then I click on continue. Let's assume I want to withdraw 11 naira. It's just an assumption. If I click on continue, it's going to take me to a point where I either set up my local bank account or select the account that I've set up. So once I do that, the money is wired straight into your account in a matter of minutes, in less than 5 minutes. It is that fast. So now to the last part of it. Now there's an opportunity for you as an individual to become a tutor. Now for as many of you that have stayed to the end of this class, please, I need you to just send me a DM if everything I've explained to you in this class is well understood. I'm going to send you, or I'm going to upload this video on my Google Drive so you can have access to it. That's one. Then I'm going to send you the slide so you can still read up and gain more understanding. Then I'm going to be sharing a link with you where you can also become a tutor and you get paid to teach your friends what I've taught you. Now you can get paid up to $500 per class. Yes, per class. It is as simple as that. If you can efficiently pass down the knowledge you have to your friends, to people around you, you get paid up to $500. Yeah, but then before you can become a tutor, you have to have a verified account. You have to have executed a trade based on everything I've explained to you. And when you do that, Binance, I told you, they are dedicated to making crypto education go around Africa. So that is why a pool of $50,000 has been allocated for this. So wait, okay, okay. Tosin is asking what their withdrawal, their dollar rate is. The current dollar rate there's no dollar rate per se. This is a trading platform. Naira is traded for dollar at 457 naira per dollar. I just showed you. So if you are withdrawing your naira from Binance, you are withdrawing straight at 457 naira. It was as high as NGN USDT. So it's 457 naira. You can see it here. I'm sharing my. Can you see it, Tosin Okune? You can see it, 457 naira. So there's no, because you are withdrawing naira, like the naira is going into your naira account straight up. So it's entering your account at the rate of 457 naira. So that is it. So like I was saying, there is an opportunity for you to become a tutor, and I'm going to walk you through that part if you are interested, and you can earn up to $500 per class. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm getting up to $500 just because I am teaching you what I am teaching you now, and the opportunity is open to you too. So all you need to do is get your account verified, make a deposit on your trading account, get your $5 kickback bonus, and I'll forward the link to become a tutor to you. Please, did you get that? If you got that, let me know. I just told you now that Binance has allocated for all of you that have followed this class, for all of you that are listening, for all of you that have signed up, and for all of you that have gotten the in-depth knowledge of what cryptocurrency is, and you are willing to teach your friends. There's an opportunity for you to become a tutor, and you get paid up to $500 per class. Alright, so all you need to do is get your Binance account verified with a valid ID, make a deposit, make a trade like I've just explained to you. Then I'm going to send you a recorded video version of this class. I'm going to Blessing, please, can you go over your question again? I missed that. Please, can you go over your question again? What was your question? You can just unmute yourself and talk. Blessing. We are now having Blessing is not talking, so you can become a tutor like I just explained. Now all right, I think Blessing is talking.
Excuse me, can I come in,
All
Mr.
right.
Ifeoluwa Adeyonju?
All
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I really appreciate this class and the opportunity you've given to your friends in earning more on Binance and how we can buy and sell bitcoins on Binance. But I didn't really get the link, and what you've been saying since morning, it's not everybody that can trade on your part. Like, you said you had some people, like, okay, for the past COVID periods, they just saved, they didn't trade, they didn't bother about the charts, the going up and going down on the charts. Those have to just stock their money inside, and now they are gaining. But you said lastly that you are going to send the slides to everyone, and everybody is going to read in its own way and how you can understand. But the link now to become a tutor, and what does it take after being verified to be a tutor, and you can earn up to $500, sir?
I'm going to send the link to as many of you as are interested. But first of all, you have to prove that you have an in-depth understanding of what I've taught you. Blessing, I'm going to come to your question. I've explained how to make deposit, but please, if you can see my screen, Blessing, I'm going to be going over how to fund your account using transfer. I'm going to be going over it again. I just did mine. I funded my account just before this class. I will still go over it again. So Alex, to to become a tutor, you have to prove that, you have to show that you have an in-depth understanding of this class, and that is why I'm going to be sending a recorded version of this class to, I'm going to be uploading it on my Google Drive. That is one. Now, the first thing you need to do is to get your account verified. That's one, and you have to have a valid ID to do that. Then make a deposit on your account, make a trade, and once you do that, you are eligible to become a tutor. I'll send you a link to how you would apply. I'll walk you through that part. That is that about that. And for the swing trading that you asked, I just mentioned how you verify your account. You will go to your profile. If you can, now this is my screen. If you are watching my screen, come here. This is your profile. Click on this, your profile, your email or your phone number. It will be here depending on what you use to open the account. Click on it. Then once you've done that, you scroll down a bit. At this particular point, you see that my identity verification, you see that it's reading verified. Yours is not verified. So you have to verify it. You'll be required to submit a valid ID. So once you submit your valid ID, either driver's license, international passport, voter's card, national ID card, your account is going to be verified. Once the account is verified, you are going to be you make a deposit. I'm going to be walking through that. So Alex, I said swing traders are mostly people that just
I'm with you, sir.
Are mostly people that buy and wait for the price to appreciate, and they decide to sell. So you might,
Okay.
yeah, I said a lot of us are swing traders because to a large extent, someone somehow sold the idea of Bitcoin to us. They said Bitcoin was a particular price and it's selling for a particular price. So if you bought Bitcoin when the price was low and you are still holding it and you still have it and the price is high, you are a swing trader. You bought when it is low and it is over a period of 5, 3, 2 months or 1 month, and you still have it and you are willing to maybe sell it now, or you are still waiting to sell it in the future. You are a swing trader. You don't have to monitor the market chart to be a swing trader. You don't have to do technical analysis, so to speak, to be a swing trader. You are just buying, you are keeping, and you are selling. So, blessing, if this is how to make deposit. Once you have your Binance account, right, you go to wallet. You come to fiat and spot. You would have seen deposit and withdrawal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So click on deposit and withdrawal. You'll be taken to a page where you have plenty wallets. As a matter of fact, you have a lot of wallets. You can also deposit cryptocurrency. I forgot to mention that. You have these are all my wallets. You have hundreds of them. So any cryptocurrency you want to deposit, as far as I'm concerned, you just go to that cryptocurrency. If it is Bitcoin, if it is USDT, if it is Litecoin, if it is BNB, just click on deposit. So to deposit Naira, answering your question, this is my Naira wallet, right? I will click on deposit. As you can see, this is bank transfer here. Blessing, are you with me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Blessing, you are with me. So that is bank transfer. You put the amount of money you want to deposit in your Binance account. Let's assume you want to make a deposit of 100,000. So this is 100,000. You are going to click on continue. So once you click on continue, you are going to be taken to a payment gateway. Now this payment gateway has an account number, a bank name, and a beneficiary name. The beneficiary name is Binance Holding. That's the name of the company. Once you make the transfer to that account, click on I have made transfer. Within 30 minutes, it is usually faster than that anyways, but within 30 minutes, your money is deposited into your Naira wallet in your Binance account. So you can now trade your money, your Naira, for Bitcoin by going to trade, pick any of the 3 basic views of the chart, then look for the market pair. You have Naira, you want to buy Bitcoin, look for BTC NGN pair from the market pair. So once you do that, all right. So once you do that, yeah, okay, I'm with you. I'm still here. So you have Naira, you want to buy Bitcoin, or you want to buy any cryptocurrency. All you just need to do is go to look for Naira, NGN. Naira is a fiat currency. Come here, NGN. This is NGN because you have Naira. Then look for NGN pairs. Now these are the current cryptocurrencies that are traded with NGN, with Nigerian Naira. So if you are looking to buy Bitcoin with Nigerian Naira, you are going to come to this particular market pair, BTC NGN. Click on it. Then you can choose to either buy BTC with your NGN, or if you have Bitcoin, you can sell Bitcoin and you'll be paid in NGN live and direct, and your Naira can be withdrawn straight into your bank account the same way the Naira was removed from your bank account to your Binance account. So to the, I think I've answered the question. Okay, you got it. All right, that's good. Now to the last part of the class, like I've mentioned, that for as many of you that want to become a tutor, I'm going to be sending you the link. So please, for for those of you that have a Twitter account, please, I need you to tweet about this event using hashtag my Binance class, and I'm going to be putting my Twitter handle on the group chat. So just say something about the class. Let us know how you feel about the class. You're going to be tagging my Binance class, and you're going to be tagging me as your tutor to let us know how you feel about the class. So further information, this is just the first part of the class. The second part of the class is going to we are going to be looking into the in-depth part of crypto trading, which I just need you to understand some of these basic parts, so that when we get to the second part of the class, we are going to really get everything that is being discussed. So don't forget, you need to tweet about this event. I'm going to be dropping a link if you are interested in becoming a tutor and you want to teach your friends how to trade, or you want to teach people what cryptocurrency is or what Bitcoin is. Then there's an opportunity for you to do that. And I think that will be all for this class. Further discussion is going to be, okay, you're welcome. Further discussions are going to be made on the group chat. So thank you very much for staying with me. Thank you.